Talkin' Sex Live is recorded in front of a live audience. This show is for mature listeners only. Hello, you're Talkin' Sex Live with Chet and Diane. I'm Diane.
And I am Chet, and we are unlicensed sex therapists. We are just a couple who's had a whole lot of sex, and we're going to share our knowledge with the world. We are streaming right now live to Twitch and Caffeine. We are also recording for YouTube and podcasts, which you might be listening to right now. So, we are joined by our wonderful producer and our good friend, Wells. How are you doing tonight, Wells?
I'm very well. Thank you for asking. How are
All
you,
right.
Chet?
We are great.
Wonderful.
We also want to introduce a longtime friend that I met back at when I briefly was at UCLA in the dorms. Welcome to the show, everybody. Our gay dating expert, Richard or Dick Colby. How are you doing tonight, Dick?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me. It's a good
So,
life.
yeah. So you're still in the dorms right now? What is going on?
Well, I haven't lived in the dorms for 20 years. I've gone back. I've gone back because since I'm a gay dating expert, I figured that I should go and study the dating life of college
Oh,
students,
wow.
Oh.
Yeah, totally.
right?
I-
And yeah, and
Are
so
we-
they go. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
are you back in Hendricks right now? Hedrick?
Yeah, I'm in
Hedrick
Hedrick
Hall?
Hall at the moment.
Wow.
Yeah, I
Man, that
figured
brings me way back. It looks a little different, but yeah.
it does. My roommate Jason, he gets the bunk because
Wait,
I'm
wait,
You get the
I'm
floor?
wait,
tall.
you actually got in on like you're not going to school there, but you just happened to get like your
Well, they
your
don't have a degree in gay dating.
okay,
So
okay. So
Not
to
yet.
do my research, I just figured I should live amongst the people.
okay, so but how are you living on campus right now without actually taking any are you taking classes or
I'm taking social dance,
okay. All
just
right.
something to make me matriculated and that's it. But since I already have my degree from
Mm-hmm.
UCLA, I'm just there for a little bit and they'll take my money to get in the dorm. They don't
All right.
care.
Right on. You were saying something there, Wells?
Oh, I just said they don't have that degree yet.
Yeah, well, you could make it. I mean, I know there's colleges, liberal art colleges around the country. Like there's Evergreen College in Washington State, where you can make up your own degree.
Oh.
Yeah, and so just you make up a plan and you write up your whole curriculum and then you just fulfill it. And I don't know where the degree is good for. I was thinking about something like that before I left college. It's funny, Dick, because when we were going to school together, that was more of my exploration phase. I met, I was having sex with this older woman who gave me like bestowed upon me all my sexual knowledge, and that's kind of around the time when I was chatting with you. I kind of kept it a little discreet, kept it to myself, and then was just meeting people at UCLA and just experimenting with stuff. And
I don't know how discreet I mean, I think people knew
oh,
just
really?
because you had a swagger that
Oh,
other
yeah.
guys in the dorm didn't have.
Mm-hmm.
Like when everyone was fawning all over the young girls I wasn't, but the other people were fawning
Yeah,
over
yeah.
the young girls. You didn't, but it wasn't because anyone suspected that you were gay like me.
Oh,
They just knew something else was satisfying you.
yeah. No, I was like, I didn't need to try to like mac on all these girls who were, when I was 18, they were also 18. I just had this, it gave me a lot of confidence actually. I'm trying to remember, I thought you were out in college. Is that correct or no?
Uh, like to a few people, like to you at the
Uh-huh.
very end,
Okay.
I was, but college was kind of a stunted experience for me.
Mm-hmm.
Like I had a chance to learn a lot about the dating scene, and because I didn't, that's how I kind of got obsessed with I just got obsessed with dating in general. I
Uh-huh.
just dated and dated and dated
And just
and
became an
dated.
expert out of it. Wow, that's
Yeah,
great because we don't have a whole lot of gay representation here on the show. We have Peter, who's polyamorous, and I'm sure he's had his fling with other men and whatnot, but not just exclusively just an expert only dating other men. Wells, he says he had some stats on that. Is that correct?
Yeah, it's interesting. America, at least how they've self-proclaimed now, is gayer than ever.
Oh, wow. Good
Um,
for us.
because in the last 10 years, the number of Americans who identify as LGBTQ has doubled. It's now 7.1%. Interestingly enough, that's being driven way up by Gen Z that identifies as LGBTQ by 21%.
Wow.
Millennials are at 10.9%. And of course, our parents' generation, not nearly as gay,
I
about
think they're just all
3%.
closeted more. Yeah, they're just
Yeah.
don't want to come out and admit it yet. So I feel like, just personally, I correct me if I'm wrong, Dick, but just throughout history, I want to say just from my hunch is that there's been the same amount of like homosexual people as straight people as there always is and will be. It's just how acceptable is it, or how in society, how do people feel like it's okay to come out and talk about it and just be who they
I
want to
think
be.
I think by and large that's a true statement, but
Hmm.
there's evidence to suggest that periods of high stress will actually produce more gay children. I believe there were more gay children born from the boomer generation because they lived through World War II.
Oh,
Huh.
really?
Yeah.
See, I heard that with women who have uh, sons, like as the second or third or fourth child, the younger son, there's some chemical that is produced in the womb that is there's less of it to make the male, um, I don't know, just feel gay or feel like transgender. I don't know. It's yeah, and
Transgender.
like yeah, I don't know. Have you heard about that, or
Huh.
am I
Yeah.
just pulling shit out of my
Yeah,
ass?
the more male children a woman gives birth to, the
Mm-hmm.
higher the likelihood that the next one will be gay. And the
Mm-hmm.
theory is that there's a chemical in the womb, that being gay is actually a chemical process. And
Mm-hmm.
there's a chemical in the womb that, for lack of a better word, we'll say feminizes the
Mm-hmm.
zygote or the fetus or whatever
Mm-hmm.
it is, that it
Mm-hmm.
sees maleness as kind of like a thing to be attacked. And
Mm-hmm.
so as you make more men, your body produces more defenses against male children.
Hmm.
Huh. Interesting. Wow. Well,
Fascinating.
yeah, it is fascinating,
Mm.
and so I mean, it
What
is.
about bisexual people?
Yeah, I
Like
guess it's all.
myself, though. How
Yeah.
would that work?
I think that's
Well,
on the spectrum.
yeah.
Just on the
You're not
spectrum.
not the autism spectrum, but like the sexual spectrum.
The
You're like,
sexuality
yeah,
spectrum.
where you
Yeah.
feel like you
It,
fit in on that. So,
it's kind of
Yeah.
like, yeah, like if we're all three of us escaping from
Yeah.
prison, Chet got over the fence, you got caught on the fence, and I didn't make
Like,
it.
yeah,
nice.
I've been on the fence a while.
Yes, she always tells me that. Uh, so we wanted to chat real quick before we get into our first segment here about our trip that we took last weekend. It was
Mm-hmm.
my birthday, and we went to Carpinteria in Santa Barbara. We went to some hot springs
Mm-hmm.
up in the mountains of Santa Barbara. We hiked up there. It's about a 1.5, 2 mile hike, and up on top there's some amazing hot springs where the water is like silky. I don't know. It smells like ass. It smells like
Mm-hmm.
sulfur. It's really bad. But there's a lot of naked people. So Diane and I just decided to take off our clothes and join everybody.
Mm-hmm.
So it was chill. It was kind of free love. It was there's about 7 pools of hot springs where they pumped in this hot water, and yeah, it was very relaxing. I found my zen spot. I had a lot of fun.
The naked people were on the top of the spring, so
Yeah, a lot of dudes, a lot of
it was the majority were naked men.
yeah, he's a huge
Mm.
sausage fest, and there's one other female besides Diane,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
and she was kind of a hippie girl, which is fine. And so it was just casual. No one was like pointing or I mean that's I mean
Well, they're probably
pointing.
pointing, but
Yeah,
not
probably
in
pointing. Yeah.
yeah,
So
not on purpose.
no, just
No.
because they were amazed on how hot Diane was. But so we then Diane finally fulfilled one of my sexual
Oh
fantasies later
yes.
that night, where she
I
I had
blindfolded you
blindfolded
first.
me. I
Mm-hmm.
didn't know what she was doing, and I thought she
Mm-hmm.
put like she also tied me up, which was great. And I thought she put a towel underneath, like on top of my stomach, and then like rested my penis on that. But then she undid the blindfold, and it was a hot dog bun. And she finally fulfilled my fantasy of sucking my penis while it was in a hot dog bun. And she ate the hot dog bun off my penis, and it was super hot. No ketchup and mustard. That's fine. She didn't want to bring that with us on the trip, but one thing that I was not aware of, that I didn't think about this in my fantasy, was the crumbs. Like, they got all over the place. And so, but it was kind of hot because she kept on eating all the crumbs that were all over the place. So that was our food play fantasy. We did some other stuff, and it was really hot. I had some really, really great sex. It was a birthday sex, so we pulled out all the stops, and we did everything. And I was super happy, and she was happy. We had a great time, so...
I totally relate to that fantasy.
Yeah, what's that? Did you have a fantasy about a hot dog bun?
Well, no, it's just when you were talking about it, I realized that one time when we were in college, I ate 6 corn dogs in one sitting.
Yes, at the dining halls where you could just eat as much food as you want.
Yeah, and I'm thinking now that I'm back, maybe I should try to outdo my record.
There are 6 hot, corn dogs is your record. My record, our record for having sex in one day is 6 times.
Is it 6 or 5?
Was it 5? Oh, maybe jerking
5.
off for me was 6 times in a day. That's
Yeah.
right. Having sex together with us was 5 times in a day. Wells, do you have a record there, Wells?
I think my record for sex is 4 times in the
4
same
times
day.
a day? Well, that's pretty amazing. Good for you.
Good.
Are you checking your pulse right now, or?
No, this is my thinking pose.
Okay, good. It's just like, I thought you were worried about your...
My pulse is fine. It's
Good.
a solid 62 beats per minute.
Nice, very nice. All right, we're going to go on to our our next segment. We're calling this one Sex News. This is a new segment of ours, bringing up our sex news. We got cool graphics for this that we'll be explaining for those who are listening to podcasts. So, sex news. Go ahead, Diane.
According to the New York Times, Facebook has rejected ads from 60 women's sexual health companies. Apparently, Facebook chose 60 because Mark Zuckerberg was rejected by 60 women before he started Facebook.
Yeah, look at that. Zuckerberg getting denied by a hot blonde girl. That happens. Sorry, Zuck.
Time's up.
Time's up, Zuckerberg. Okay, so next up, we got the World Health Organization recently recognized compulsive sexual behavior disorder as an official diagnosis, but also added further clinical criteria, specifically mentioning use of pornography. Good news for Wells, because now he can have his medical insurance pay for his OnlyFans subscription. So...
He looks really happy in that picture.
Yeah, look at him. He's just looking at that OnlyFans account.
Not too shabby, Wells.
Yeah. How often do you get on OnlyFans there, Wells?
Never been on.
Oh, you've never been on. Oh,
No.
well,
The picture says otherwise.
Yeah, you're totally into that OnlyFans right there.
Looking at that screen.
Yeah, do you pay money for porn?
Just like I
Wells?
was masturbating in the bushes the other night.
Yes. That other show, the card there.
No Photoshop involved whatsoever.
No, not at all on that one. All right,
I see I'm in the studio and I'm looking the opposite direction of the OnlyFans as well.
No, yeah. Well, you're looking. The screen's behind you, but I think maybe there's a.
It's a mirror.
There's a mirror, maybe. Yeah, it looks about right. So.
Oh, sure.
I don't know how it works, but who cares? So.
Oh my gosh.
All right, next up.
For the first time, the FDA has approved a new type of condom, which is specifically intended for anal sex and will help reduce the transmission of STIs. It's available in 54 sizes and includes a paper pattern that allows each user to find the right fit. The sizes vary from paperclip to Jason Momoa.
Yeah, look at that. Look at him. He's got a little, he's got a bow on his penis.
Is it a paperclip size for your penis or paperclip size for the anus? Because it's specific for the anus.
Well, I thought the paper pattern was for your penis for the condom.
Yeah.
They you can use the paper pattern and then you can determine which condom you want to go ahead
They said paperclip size. How small?
Yeah,
What are
it's
they-
like a really small one. It's super small or
Paper
huge, like
Or
Jason
Momoa.
Momoa, just giant. So
Oh, we're talking about the length.
yeah, the size of the
Oh, I
actual
thought like
condom.
Penis.
girth. It
condom.
was like paper
are we
clip
saying
girth.
are we saying Jason Momoa has a large penis or a
Yeah,
huge
yeah.
anus?
Oh, good God. I think I
Penis.
mean, I don't know about his anus, but I've heard he has
Penis.
a huge dong.
When
like
I
just
watched
giant.
Game of Thrones with my sister, we always called him Horsecock because
Yeah.
he was
Yeah,
big
so
guy.
Yeah.
Amelia Clark, she said that he had a giant wang, but he didn't want to actually expose his penis because he didn't want to make other men feel bad on like obsolete on the size of his penis. So
That's a shame.
yeah, I mean he's a big man, super ripped, and so I'm sure his wiener is huge. But
But I don't know. If he does steroids, he could be doing the paperclip.
that is
Oh,
true.
that's right,
That
yeah.
is true. What I'm amazed is that the FDA has not approved a condom up until this point, but specifically it was approved for STIs for anal sex. It was. But they also said it is the same condoms can be used to prevent pregnancy and also vaginal intercourse
Yeah.
STIs.
It sounds a little bit like the male and female Bic pens that were sold on Amazon.
Wait, I don't know what that
What
is.
is
What's
that?
a big pin?
You don't know about that? That's
No,
like-
what was
I've
that?
not heard of that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have a link to hand you. I can find it later,
Mm-hmm.
but there are gender-specific ballpoint pens that you can
Oh,
buy.
got it. But that's not so much sexual related, just being kind of sexist or
Yeah, and I think it
Mm.
might be the same thing. Like, I don't know. I mean, I don't have vaginal sex. But I'm not sure that the condom needs to have a special different kind of like
No.
edge to hold on differently, right?
I think that it was approved for anal sex because of the actual penetration is a little more rough, and so they found that condoms broke more when it was penetrating an anus than it was a vagina.
Oh.
So they had to make the condom more kind of rigorous and durable, and so that's why there's a difference. So, and I don't know if you go back to this picture here. I guess they're all just different colors, but it seems like the one male condom it seems like they look different. I
Looks a
don't know.
lot like the nipple on a baby bottle.
It does. That's
Yeah.
all they are. That's all they put there. They're just like we don't have the budget to actually.
Because those
buy a
can
bunch of
really
condoms.
stand up to like
Yeah.
some rough behavior.
Good God. Okay. All right. Moving on here. So, at the Beijing Olympics, which just ended, Finnish cross-country skier Remi Lindholm suffered a frozen penis after completing a 30-kilometer race in near sub-zero temperatures. After the race, Lindholm was an immediate hit on FetLife, especially among the psychrophiliacs. Psychrophilia is an arousal to cold, and FetLife, of course, is a website for anybody who has a fetish and wants to hook up with other people with that fetish. So, but can you imagine being in a race and then having your dick freeze? That seems. And he said also this wasn't the first time it's happened. Like I don't know how he didn't get frostbite and have the thing just
Why
fall
don't you get
off.
some more like warming?
I-
Like they have those warmer jackets.
They
that heat
say
up?
that these cross-country skiers they need to wear thin clothing so that they can go faster, and so that they only wear a really thin like insulator layer underneath their actual ski suit, and so it's just not thick enough because it was around 0 degrees with the wind chill was almost like -20, and as you can see in this picture here, his whole face is frozen. Just good God, I don't know.
Nothing's worth a frozen
No,
penis.
nothing at all. I mean, but I don't know if you're a female who really likes the arousal too cold and to have a frozen dick go inside you, that might be super hot, but very painful for the man as it starts to thaw out. But
Yeah.
we're gonna go ahead and move on here. So
A new study finds that cycling does not affect sexual health. The study was conducted by every middle-aged dad.
yeah, yeah, mammals, middle-aged men in lycra, that is a real thing. So I don't know about you guys, but my dad biked a lot. But I just picture every dad just being like, "What? This doesn't affect my sexual health." Like
He doesn't want more kids.
I don't
Like,
want
I don't
no
want more
kids.
kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Middle age. How can it affect their sexual health? The middle age part affected their sexual health.
Hey, my dad didn't have me till his 50s.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Yeah, I Wells, you mentioned your dad before. Does he actually does your dad bike at all?
No, he's not very active.
Okay, never
No.
mind then. Dick, what about you? You mentioned your dad in the past. Does he bike?
My no, he golfs.
Okay,
He only thinks about biking. He more like golf carts and
got it. Oh, that's
yeah.
fun. All
He fell
right.
and hurt his shoulder one time, and that was kind of that kind
God,
of
that's the end of any type of exercise.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Got
moving
one more.
on here. In Australian news, about 400 koalas will be vaccinated against chlamydia as part of a trial that could help in the longer term survival of the animals. It looks like Buster Moon has been busting some moons. And so,
Oh, he looks really guilty there.
yeah, Buster Moon's the koala from Sing.
Sing.
It's a Sing reference. I don't know. I've never seen the movie.
I've seen it
Diane
a few
suggested
times
this.
with my
Yeah.
niece who's 5. So.
Yeah. Yeah. No.
But wow, I thought
Nobody knows who Buster
It's like
is.
crickets. There's literally crickets outside. That's all we heard.
I saw that. I
Yeah,
saw
good.
that movie.
Yeah. Well, look how
Absentee
guilty he
father for
looks
film.
with that porcupine. Like, how dare you fucking give all these koalas chlamydia, you asshole. So, but, good for them, or for that Australia's, finding this vaccine and helping out the koala population down there.
I
Our
didn't know
friends.
they had a chlamydia
No,
problem.
I didn't either. I was
I
like,
didn't know that. I thought the humans did in
yeah,
Australia. but
just
not
like
the
having a lot of
koalas.
sex. I didn't know it was apparent in other species beyond humans. So, but our friends, Heath and Gretchen from Heathen Down Under should know a lot about that. But that's it for sex news. Tune in next time for another round of sex news. So, Wells, do we have any type of callers coming in right now?
We do, and we have an
switch
interesting one because we have a thruple that may want to be a couple. There are two lovers, Ron and Mitchell, who both have a female lover. And she's decided she wants to be monogamous, and she doesn't know who to pick.
Got it.
Oh, hello, you're Talking Sex Live with Chet and Diane.
I am Chet.
And I'm Diane.
Hey!
Hey.
Hey!
Oh, there's two guys here.
Hello.
All right, how you guys doing?
Yes. Hey, that's not the first time we've heard that.
Okay.
Excellent. How are you?
Oh, we're doing great. So it seems like you're in this situation right now that you're in a throuple, and so, well, yeah. What's going on with your situation right now? And so, what are your names again?
Well, my name is Ron.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, my friends call me Jackhammer.
Jackhammer and
They call him
Ron.
Jackhammer.
Jackhammer and Ron. Okay.
Yeah, but his name is Marky. You can call him Marky if you want.
Mark
He's
and
not
Ron.
really Jackhammer. He thinks he's Jackhammer every night.
Hey,
he is some nights.
Yeah, but
Some nights you are.
Just call me Jackhammer.
Some nights you are. Yeah, whatever. Here's the deal.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the deal. We are in a polyamorous relationship.
Okay.
Pretty much, there is a woman. I'll let Marky, the Jackhammer, explain really.
Basically, the thing is, we got a beautiful girl here, and she loves us both, but she decided it's time. She wants to settle down she wants to be monogamous.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And she doesn't really care which one of us it's with. She kind of wants us to just figure it out between the two of us.
Mm-hmm.
And the problem is we're basically the same fucking guy, kid. Everything we do.
It sounds like you're the
made it.
exact same person here. So.
We
are.
do everything the same,
Okay.
Neither of us use toilet paper. We both wipe our ass with our hands.
Oh,
we
that's a
both-
little extreme. Okay. Do you use a
Both
bidet?
crumple. We both.
No,
Okay.
you just rinse it and go. Rinse your hand and go.
Pretty gross. Okay.
Oh.
So, all right, what else? You guys like the double mint gum commercial here? You just like both put in the stick of gum at the same time and just ride tandem bicycles and stuff, or?
Yep, we totally.
Yeah, but
no.
you grab it with like with a woman between us, though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So,
a woman.
So you have a female thruple partner, a thruple. I guess no.
Yes.
Yeah.
We need our expert.
A thruple. And so she needs to now pick between the two of you because she only wants to settle down with one of you, right?
She's left it up to us to figure it out. We got to figure it out between the two of us.
Oh, she just is like, you guys figure it out because you guys are exactly the same. Are you brothers or no? You just are really good friends.
No, if we were brothers, that bring this relationship to a whole nother level. But
that was weird.
I've tasted his penis.
Yeah.
I mean, here's the thing. Being a bisexual man, I thought we were all in love. So I don't know how easy it's for her to say, just you guys pick, because I feel like I would probably give her better everything than him, although he usually picks up the check. He usually picks up the check.
Oh, so he's the supporter of the thruple?
I just pick up the check. I feel
jackhammer.
I feel like I would give her a better overall experience.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
I'm just the more likable of the two. I mean, we're very much alike, but if you take the good parts of him, I'm like the good part, and then he's like all the bad parts.
I'm the bad part.
So
no, I don't agree with that.
But you guys would not be in a relationship with each other, right?
Yeah. Have you ever thought about
just a bigger penis than me?
Wait. So have you ever thought about just having her just not be part of this and just have if you guys are in love, why not just have you be together and just you could either just stay together or find another female that's interested in being a throuple.
I'm not gonna lie. There's been times where we've
messed around a lot.
On each other's eyes. You know what I mean? And
yeah, we've spent many nights together without her. But the thing is, she brings some element to it. I think there's a lot of testosterone going on, and I love getting the jackhammer. Trust me, every night. I'll stick it between my legs when I sleep. Trust me, I will hold that hammer.
There's a room enough for both of us.
Okay.
It's really large.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. But I mean, you guys. I mean, you obviously called in to try to get some advice here. We would like to help you out in some way. So you don't want to have a relationship with just the two of you. So it's either you guys go off and find somebody else and let her live her life in a monogamous relationship. Hopefully she can find somebody else. Or you guys just have to find a way to pick.
You can do a pro and cons list is what I do like a lot. Even with this relationship I did. And you just go down the line. What are the pros? What are the cons? And whichever one is bigger, you keep that one.
Yeah.
So you did that with Chet?
Of course, I did it with every relationship I was ever in.
Yeah, all the females she slept with, and everybody.
Somehow
I went out. Go ahead.
If I'm allowed to chime in here, I just feel that if both of you wipe yourself with your hand, that's kind of like a trump card that really indicates that you're meant for each other.
Right. Yeah. Like double mint gum.
I mean,
wait a minute. Did you tell you we wipe our asses with our hand? Is that something that I missed at the beginning of this?
Oh yeah, that's what you guys said right in the beginning.
I don't do that. I
feel that he did because we're just so much alike.
Going on right now.
There's a lot.
No, you're a dirty bastard. I don't do that. I don't wipe my half, whatever.
We do everything exactly alike.
Got it.
Yeah, we do. We actually
Except for agree on how you wipe your ass.
We love all the same things.
Uh-huh.
I'm a freaking. I guess you're a dirty bastard. And
neither of us take showers for weeks on end. We have a nice funk about us.
Okay.
Yeah, that's true. We don't take showers.
We're the same person.
does she enjoy, bathed men, or does she not? Or she seems...
loves how hairy I am. I mean, she loves how hairy I am. That might win me over, actually.
All right.
I think I'm probably more suited to her because she loves the hairy chest. She loves my beard.
It's true. A provider does need to be hairy.
You'll probably get less X though with a woman just because of how we're wired.
Yeah.
Really?
I feel like, you guys should just focus on each other if you're so alike and you're so happy to be together. I really feel that you should just let her go free. If she wants to be monogamous and you guys don't, then have her...
Have her kick rocks or what?
Honestly, I'm feeling like a lot of judgment over the ass wiping thing from him.
I'm not gonna.
There was a pandemic and a toilet paper shortage not too long ago.
But
listen,
we gotta preach good sanitary needs here. So
and it might be your lucky day because I just learned about a new product. It's like this baby bottle nipple material kind of condom for people whose monikers would be like Jackhammer, I would think. It's designed for people who kind of self-describe themselves that way.
Yeah.
You learn something new about your partners every day.
I mean, it's been so long since I've been able to use protection, so that's...
Oh, yeah, we don't use protection.
Oh, that's not good.
I love it when my
I guess if it's just between you two and you're monogamous, but it seems like polyamorous means that you are, that you need to be more, like, poly means many, and so, you have to, I don't know, are you guys open to being with other people? Because... I mean,
we've had other girls, we've had other guys. I love black guys, to be honest. I love when we bring a black guy in. He doesn't like it that much. Mitchell, I mean, he loves not because the guy's black, but he can't handle a guy having a bigger dick than him.
Okay. Well, I mean,
Are we gonna be honest now?
I'm just saying that. I mean, race doesn't really determine the size of your penis. It's not
a given.
That's a true statement, sir. I know. I'm not.
On any given day, my dick goes toe to toe with anybody.
Okay, good.
You are a hammer.
I mean, penis size is actually it's all over the place. There's no rhyme or reason of how anybody's made or built that they have a large penis. You could be this little guy with a huge dick. You could be a big guy with a little teeny penis.
Wells should know about that because the locker room.
Yeah, Wells is a big locker room connoisseur of penises. Is that correct, Wells?
That's absolutely correct. There's no rhyme or reason whatsoever.
Yeah, absolutely none.
Well, I wasn't trying to bring any race card or anything.
Oh, it's all right. I'm just
saying that there are true stereotypes. There are some stereotypes, and I like a big black penis.
Okay. Well, I mean, if that's that's what you're into, then there's nothing wrong with that.
Mitchell's is tanned. Maki is tanned.
So he tans just his penis? He puts his penis in like a UV light, or?
No, I just think
it's like if you ever see one of those UV lights for cleaning your phone, I just stick my dick in there.
All right. If that's I would be cautious of that. That skin's not really made for long exposure of sun. You can gain a lot of vitamin D from that, but you can also damage your skin cells very quickly. So be cautious of that. So,
I have a very, very wrinkly.
Good. Well, I hope you guys have. We pointed you in the right direction here, and I really hope that you can figure this out. Ultimately, just putting the button on everything is, you guys seem perfect for each other. You should really just focus on each other and don't. You don't want to. If somebody wants to settle down and change their ways, and you're not into it, the best thing to do is just say, you know what, I'm not what you want, and I feel that we would be better off if you were just, you want to think about her needs, and you want to think what would make her the most happiest. And there's no sense of just keeping her around just so you can figure things out. It just, life doesn't go backwards. It only goes forward. We don't get any younger. And so if she needs to move on, and hopefully she can find the right person that she wants to settle down with. If you guys want to continue to be in a polyamorous relationship or be with each other, then I feel that's your best course. So hopefully you guys can figure this out and have a good night.
Thank you so much. I'm a big fan of the show, and I thought you might help.
All right.
I think that you kind of did. You can come out of the other room now, and let's give you that hammer.
The hammer.
He's in the other room. He's in the other room right now. I want that thing.
Got it.
Thank you guys for horning me up.
No problem. Well, stay safe, sane, and consensual, fellas. There.
Diane.
Have a good night.
Thank you.
All right. Hey, listen, you guys have a wonderful evening, okay?
You too. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Okay. That was quite the marathon there.
It's a little hard to...
Dick, what are your final thoughts on that? If they're starting just to be more of a gay couple than actually like polyamorous, and it seems like they were fit for each other. Would you agree with that or no?
Oh yeah. I mean, I feel like the whole confusion around the wiping was more of a front.
He was nervous. I think he was nervous on being on TV.
Yeah, I didn't sense anything that indicated they should be anywhere but with each other. And they're dating a woman, and I'm slightly biased, right? I know I'm slightly biased, but they're dating a woman who's literally trying to split them up. So I think that's an indicator of jealousy. And they knew each other before they knew her, and so I think they should stick it together.
Yeah, it seems like a no-brainer. Yeah. Like I don't know. I mean, yeah, there's probably some woman who would find that type of person attractive, but two of them, maybe there's a woman out there who would find both of these people attractive. But I don't know. I think it would be a little difficult. We never asked where they were from. Maybe it's different in their neck of the woods there. But yeah, Wells, do you have any stats about any of this? I wish we had Peter on. He would be able to guide his polyamorous, but go ahead.
I do. We've had one major study about polyamory in Frontiers in Psychology. It had about 3,400 people in it. They found about 1 in 9 people had tried a polyamorous relationship. 1 in 6 wanted to. But what really caught my eye is that out of those who had been polyamorous, we have 3 different categories. 30.4% said they would do it again. 21.1% said they were too possessive to cope. And 32.8% said the emotional side of the arrangement was too tricky to navigate.
Yeah,
interesting. Yeah.
It is true. Like I don't. We ask Peter this all the time when he's on the show. Like, how do you do it? Like, because having an emotional relationship with one person, I feel is enough. But to have it with 6 or 2 or 12 or 3, yeah.
My roommate Jason, the guy,
the guy at your bottom bunk, which I don't see. So wait, there's only one bed. Oh, there it is. Okay, sorry. You guys.
I sleep on that bed.
Get left off the beds. Got it. Yeah.
Yeah, we don't want to do like the top bunk. Like it's just awkward when we start making jokes like that in the dorm. But he's dating 3 different women, and he's not in a polyamorous relationship, but he's dating 3 different women. And even then, that's stressing him out because he's not sure what he's supposed to do, but he likes all of them differently. He's not sure what he's supposed to do because at some point he needs to choose because it's unfair to the others potentially. And I think that's hard enough. And now try actually having a relationship with all of them.
So this is something that I just more of my curiousness. So men and women, they do this when they date multiple people. How is it in the gay dating world with men? Is it the same basically, or
are there polyamorous relationships?
Well, I mean, I guess is there multiple? I mean, with just dating, do you find that there's strictly that you're just dating and you just have fun with as many people as you want, or is it more just like you have solid relationships with several guys, or is it
there are
just
people who are like serial monogamists, but for the most part, I think the gay culture being that it's separated by its gayness, right? That's the thing that kind of separates it out is there's a currency of sex, I think. there that might work itself out over time as acceptance comes higher. But people, in a small town, everybody knows who everybody else slept with. So there's just this phase that people go through. Young kids move to the city and they explode and they just end up like having sex with everybody until they kind of figure out what it is they really want in life. I think I don't know. I mean, I don't hang out in straight sex circles, right? But I would assume that it's a little bit more prevalent to just kind of test the waters out in the gay universe before figuring out what it is that makes you happy.
Yeah, it makes sense. I mean, I would picture that if I was to indulge in the whole gay community. Wells, do we have another caller coming in?
We do, and this one's going to be interesting. This person, they're a doctor, they work in pathology, and they're afraid it's affecting their sex life.
Oh, wow. Okay. Hello, you're talking Sex Live with Chet and Diane. I am Chet.
I'm Diane.
And is this, you said Dr. TJ, is that correct?
Dr. TJ Mousy. Yes. How does this evening find you two tonight?
I'm doing very well.
Very nice, yes. You have a very different question I don't think we've tackled before. So you're saying that you see a lot of, I guess, like cadavers and like naked cadavers, and now you are not turned on by looking at a naked body. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct. I'm a forensic pathologist down in Maridale, about a stone's throw away from Baton Rouge, Louisiana.
Oh, okay. Wow.
And, yes, I've seen many bodies in my 15 years of practice, and I'm saying it's affected my personal life.
Okay. Are you currently seeing anybody? Are you single, or what's your personal life like right now?
I'm currently single, but I'm on the dating apps. I'm on, Tinder and Match and Hinge and Tinge and Cringe.
Tinge and Cringe. I've heard of those. Yeah. So have you found yourself with a partner? I mean, gay, straight, or female, male, or with a female partner? Or?
I dabble. I dabble in the female persuasion, but no judgment on my part.
No, not at all. So when you see a naked female body, it just doesn't make you turned on. Is that what you're trying to say?
That's correct. That's correct. How can I say this? Feels like I'm back at work.
Got it. Yeah, I would suggest. Do you get turned on? Have you found any kinks? Have you experimented at all? Has any female there's other things that they can wear that is not pure naked, that lingerie, or just like a latex fetish, like leather, like Diane said. She can dress up in like different outfits. Like a dominatrix,
maybe.
Yeah, are you turned on by some of your coworkers, but you don't? I mean, I assume you're a gentleman. You're a Southern gentleman, so you'll never actually ask them out, or maybe that somebody could just dress up like a nurse or something like that.
Costume play.
Yeah, I mean,
I have a bit of a confession to make. I've always found that golden bikini from the Star Wars films. Quite
Princess Leia,
but
or even James Bond.
I've never tried to blend that into my sex life.
I mean, you can get on FetLife, like we mentioned in the beginning of the show. There's different kinks. I'm sure there's probably some. It sounds terrible, but I'm sure there's some kinks about dead bodies. Just people turned on by people being dead. I mean, I don't want to judge anybody with kinks. We don't kink shame here. I mean, whatever's making somebody, or a fetish, whatever's making somebody turned on. Well, that's just I wouldn't say necrophilia as having sex with a dead body. That's
Oh
there's
Lord,
certain
I would never.
there's certain things that
do
are
that.
that are wrong. That are, I mean, we go by the BDSM guidelines of safe, sane, and consensual, and so having sex with a dead body is not exactly consensual. Also, it's not very sane either because
No, but he doesn't have that problem.
you don't have that problem, so you don't have to worry about that.
I believe I have the opposite problem.
Yes, it's a turnoff for you
Been
to
quite a
have.
turn off for me.
Yeah.
Quite a turn off.
So I mean, is it more of like a PTSD symptom that when you see a naked woman's body, you immediately think about dead bodies, and so it makes you go super limp?
I go limp and I start. Gosh, I feel guilty. I creates a wall between us. But
Yeah.
as I said,
Go ahead, Dick.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, I didn't want to cut you off on your flow. I was just the golden bikini kind of stopped me in my tracks because I was going to go down a different path with you because I thought, maybe you could find solace in the furry community because that is human, but human in animal form. So you can get that intimacy, but you don't actually have to think about the fact that it's a person.
Yeah.
And you can use that to maybe slowly work your way into the human form.
Yeah. Are you aware of furries at all? Just people dressing up like different animals?
I haven't heard of these furries. No, please explain.
So a furry is just somebody who likes to dress up like an animal. Horses are common, cats, dogs. You just dress up, and then you have sex like that. There's some people who like are full-time furry almost. There's conventions of furry, like there's full-on furry conventions where people dress up, and sometimes furries, they're not sexual either. They go to these conventions and they just feel free when they dress up as an animal as opposed to being human. So, but of course, it is a fetish. It is a kink that people get turned on by having sex with other people dressed up as some type of animal. I would suggest highly just to explore, just figure out. And I hate giving this recommendation, but get on Pornhub and start watching different types of porns that and see what actually turns you on. Because if naked bodies aren't doing it for you, then hopefully maybe there's something else out there that will actually do it. Diane, do you have any suggestions?
I think you covered pretty much.
Okay.
I think I'll give that a try. I like the idea of being with something a little less human and
exactly.
Slowly working back slowly towards the human form.
Yeah, fetishes they're often triggered from some experience that happened in adolescence or childhood that has shaped your sexual identity. And so it's not something to be ashamed of, but I'm trying to just chat with you just from what you've been saying. It seems like I don't think you have any besides this whole golden bikini, which is something that you can explore. Maybe you are aroused by some type of metal. There's got to be a fetish to arousal to metal out there. Wells, can you look? Have you found that or?
Arousal to metal.
Yeah, I don't. It's got to be like metalphilia, or they're all just like Greek words. They just take the Greek word of whatever the thing is that you're aroused to, and then add a philia to it. It's mainly just what these fetishes are.
Philia in Greek is whether it's friendship or love or kisses.
Yeah.
Philia.
Got it. But I hope we got you on the right path there. It does sound like we want everybody to be happy and experience great sexual gratification, and it seems like you are looking for the right thing that will turn you on. But I highly suggest if you're on some type of dating app that maybe you get on FetLife or Dick, what type of dating apps have you been on where people are more open to more fetishes and whatnot?
Yeah, I mean, Well, there's websites. FetLife is good. Recon is another fetish website for actual dating apps. A lot. A lot of them are for the type of sex you want to have versus fetish oriented. There's one that's called The League, which can be very expensive to use. There's different levels. It can cost up to $1,000 to have a membership to it. But it creates a happy hour, like a happy hour concept for professionals. So people who are looking for love. And while it's not fetish related, it's a group thing where you might be able to just kind of socialize with other people who have needs and find who you're looking for in that sense.
And TJ, it seems like you have a lot of money that you would be into something like that. What was the name of the website again there, Dick?
It's an app called The League.
The League, and there's different levels of that, and it could cost a lot of money based on how high you want to get up on.
Yeah.
Huh. Well, TJ, hopefully.
Well, I'm writing this down. The League.
The League. Yeah. Not so much the show on FX with Harry Shearer, but more of an app.
And also, there's another one called Lex, Lex, and that one's based less on looks and more on the content of your character. They focus more on the things you say before worrying about what you look like. So if the visual of a naked body is the thing that's turning you off, then maybe you should focus more on the words and the thoughts of the person.
That's a great idea, because like I was saying when we first started, like when we first started chatting, I was saying that, like, since I'm exposed to so many naked bodies all the time, that sex can be somewhat of a turnoff. But when I'm around Diane, since I'm so much in love with her, every time I see her naked, it's a completely different experience for me. So this website, it seems like it would more have a deeper connection where you can actually start having some type of an emotional type of connection, and that will actually turn you on before you see the naked body. And as soon as you see her naked, then actually you'll be turned on.
The most attractive person I've ever dated was not the actual most physically attractive person I've ever dated. Because
very beautiful.
You get that other level.
Beautiful.
That is beautiful.
That is beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
Well, Dr. TJ, I hope we steered you in the right direction there and pointed you down the path of having great sexual gratification. Please stay safe and sane and consensual, and have a good night.
Well, thank you very much. You've given me a roadmap, and you have a pleasant evening.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Wells, is there any type of statistics that you've found that is anything close to this? This is such I don't want to say strange or odd. This is just more different than anything we've ever had to deal with before. Is there anything close to this that you can pull up?
I haven't found any data on this, but I will say that it's fairly normal that he feels that way, because that he's sort of repulsed by death rather than having that have some sort of excitement for him, because if it did, it would mean he's a psychopath. So I would say he's probably a very
he's on the right path.
Human being. And he probably just needs therapy to deal with what this career has done to him. Perhaps he's too sensitive to be a pathologist.
Maybe. It does seem like there's got to be some type of mental aspect of PTSD. I always thought that being around dead people or morgues or being in any type of kind of the CSI type of crime scene where you have to constantly look at very gruesome deaths and murders, and it's like that's got to take a toll on you. You if it doesn't, your brain's just wired differently. I don't want to say that you're strange or odd or anything. It's just you're just slightly different. Like your brain's got to be able to be capable of taking that on consistently without having affect your other, like your normal life. I don't know what that's like. I've never seen a dead body. I've seen a funeral dead body, but other than that, nothing gruesome and nothing to the point where that's all you see when you see a naked person. So very interesting stuff. Dick, any final thoughts there, my old friend?
I mean, I think that he's on the right path given, well, we're using the word path a lot for a pathologist.
Yeah,
Very psychopath pathologist.
path.
Yeah, I don't know. We're on a weird path with this,
Yeah.
but I think, I share the sentiment that I would be more concerned if he were like ravaging women because of his connection to work. He has to learn to disassociate, and I think he has some good options there. I think maybe that Lex app, that might be the best. The furry thing was a little bit out there for me, but I thought, what can you do to ease yourself into it, to find value in the person before you worry about their body?
Yeah, yeah, it's true. That is interesting. So with love, it's chemical. It's not so much physical. It is something that happens inside your brain, and if you love someone, tell them every day that you love them. We're gonna go ahead and end the show right there because Dick, you seem a little distraught.
No, that's perfect because James is waiting for me to take the hanger off the door.
Got it. You don't do the sock on the door, or no? It's just
did they sock? No,
sock is for sex, or no?
I thought hanger was for, well, I mean, whatever. I thought hanger was for sex, but I mean, I don't think he would understand if I put a sock on the door.
I don't know.
I thought it was sock too.
I thought it was sock, but maybe I'm just thinking of penis when you, like, with the Red Hot Chili Peppers putting socks on their dicks, but which is somewhat fun, but just doesn't do anything. I've tried that a few times.
Well, if it's sock on the door, then he might be very confused about what this is a symbol of. Maybe he thinks it's a gay thing. I don't know.
It's all right. Well, I need to go down and see you before you leave Hedrick Hall there.
Hedrick Hall, yeah. Third floor.
Third floor, okay. We got to check it out. Wells, thank you so much again for being on tonight. I appreciate all of your stats. You are fantastic. And as always, please stay safe out there, everybody. We are Chet and Diane. Please give us a like on YouTube or write us a review on podcast or follow us on
Facebook,
Twitter,
Instagram,
Twitch. What else are we on? TikTok.
Under Throwdown
YouTube.
Comedy.
Throwdown. Thank you very much, Throwdown Comedy. Have a good night, everybody. Please stay safe, sane, and consensual, and do your best to love one another out there. All right. Good night.